Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to design a calculator using graphical user interface in MATLAB. It is totally fine if you don't have any prior knowledge of how MATLAB works. Um, you can just follow my tutorial and then you will be able to design your first graphical user interface program in MATLAB. So let's get started. So this is the final result that we want to do. We want to have the formula written here, and then this is the result. And we have all of the buttons that are needed. C is the clear the input, and then this is the backspace, and we have all of the other things. And to design a graphical user interface in MATLAB, you have basically two choices. One is guide, and guide is a more traditional way of doing it. And in the newer version of MATLAB, it is more recommended to use app designer, but it's basically the same thing. And also the program designed by guide can be easily transferred to this new app designer feature. So in this video, I will show you how to do the graphical user interface design using guide. And then if you use guide, it will automatically generate two files. One is the .fig file, that is basically the visual user interface design. So you will see below that you can drag different components to the field and then move it around with your mouse. So this is quite convenient for the visual interface design, because you don't have to input any positions. You just drag to whatever place you want. And another file is .m file that records the algorithm behind. For example, what will happen if you press the button here, and that is basically the callback function, which we will talk about later. And the .m file, this is the normal, like it looks like the normal script file in MATLAB. Okay. And maybe one question would be that how do you link the elements in the visual interface with the functions in the .m file? The answer is that you need to specify the tag of the elements. This I will also show later. So when you add one element to the visual interface here, you'd better change the tag to something that you will recognize, and then it's better, and then it will be better when you want to modify the algorithm in the .m file. Okay, and the calculator is a very simple program, but still we need some algorithm. So basically we have numbers from 0 to 9, and the decimal dot here, and different operators, plus, minus, multiply, divide, and then square root, power, and those are the operators. And then we have the parentheses and editing, so clear field and also backspace. And so basically the main algorithm is that if we use a string A to keep track of the formula here, yeah. And then once we press something in the press some button, it will append to the last character in the string, and we do it again and again, and until the sign equal is pressed here. And once equal is pressed, we pass the string into a built-in function in MATLAB that is called eval. Basically, the eval function is to evaluate the expression encoded in the string, and then tries to output a number. So there are two possibilities. One is that the expression in the string A is actually valid, so then it will output a number, and then depending on so what is the next button to be pressed. If the next button is those operators here, it will first clear the string and then start with the number in the answer and followed by the operator, and then we start the loop again, or any other things are pressed, and then we clear the string A and go back to the loop again. So we just discard the answer. Another possibility is that string A is not a valid form, so it's this kind of it's something that doesn't make sense. For example, you have 3 multiply minus multiply, so this is something illegal, and then we would like to detect the error and then write invalid expression in the answer line. Okay, so Okay, so in the next video, I will show you how to start guide and how to create the new files. Okay, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.